It's day 19 of the Advent season, and today we're going to read a little bit of David and what he wrote. So, of course, this one's going to come out of Psalms. We're going to read this. We're going to dissect it a little bit. We're going to break it down, and there's actually an underlying prophecy in this that David is writing about and actually prophesizing about, and we're going to go over that. So, it's going to be out of Psalm, and it's Psalm 16, verse 9 through 11. And David writes this: "Therefore my heart is glad, and my whole being rejoices. My flesh also dwells secure. For you will not abandon my soul to Sheol, or let your Holy One see corruption. You will make known to me the path of life. In your presence there is fullness of joy. At your right hand are pleasures forevermore." All right, now I love Psalms. I love David. I love King David. I love listening or hearing about that. I like his story. Man after God's own heart, you know. But anyway, let's break this one down. Let's break this little passage down and talk about what David really means here. So David's heart is glad, and his whole being is rejoicing, and he's also finding his flesh feeling secured. Now this is kind of weird with it being in the Old Testament. There's no I don't know, like I always think about with the New Testament, like Jesus come, it's kind of like pointing towards, hey, like we kind of understand the redemption story now. We understand where our salvation comes from. We understand who to put our faith in. We understand all that kind of stuff. The Old Testament, it kind of feels like these people just had to figure it out or just really know God. And David kind of did both in this. So we ask, why is David's heart glad? And why is he rejoicing so much? And why does his flesh feel secure? And the reason why is, he answers it right there in the text, is because he knows he has a path of life and not a path to Sheol. And the research that I've done, Sheol is the grave or death. So, or that's at least what it's referencing to in this passage, is either the grave or death. So it's saying that he is rejoicing. Why? Because he has a path of life, not a path of death. And so how does he know he has a path of life for him to be so joyful? And it answers it in that same script. It says, the Holy One will not have corruption, so will not see corruption. So David understands that the Holy One is the one to come, is the Messiah, is Jesus Christ, our Savior. And he understands that Jesus defeats death. So at the very end of that too, it's another little one in there that I noticed is he says he knows who is at God's right. He knows who is at God's right hand has everlasting pleasures. Now let's think about it. Who ascended after beating death to sit at the right hand of God the Father? It's actually this hand. But anyway, who sat at the right hand of God the Father after he ascended and beat death? That's right, Jesus Christ. So God has enlightened David in this to let him prophesize that God is sending a Messiah, sending his son, as we know now, Jesus Christ, to bleed and die on a cross, to actually die on that cross, but 3 days defeat death and rise from the dead to where his body has no corruption, to go and sit at the right hand of God the Father and bring us everlasting pleasure. And if David can find joy in that before ever meeting or having a relationship with Jesus Christ, because he was born 1,000 years after David, then I think today, this week, any times in our life that we're feeling down and out, we can be overfilled with joy for Jesus coming to us, dying for us, raising from the dead, and leaving his grave empty. So today, be joyful in an empty grave.